Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Nitro Slash from their Quiver series. This board features Nitro's True Camber with 3D surf tech. So True Camber is traditional camber that's going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive out of this board. Now that 3D surf tech is a 3D shaping in the nose to kind of make it look like the hull of a boat. This will help funnel pow to the side as well as change the edge initiation out at the nose contact point. So it's going to be a little bit of a smoother roll from toe to heel. This board's available in 151 wide, 156 wide, and 162 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a powder day. 7 inches had fallen overnight on top of the 4 that had fallen the previous day. So it was nice and fluffy if you knew where to go. If you didn't, it was midday powder panic with chop, chunder, push piles, dumb people falling down craters, a little bit of ice in some spots, and weird powdery corduroy groomers. And I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. So the overall flex of this board comes in just above middle of the road. Now looking at the shape, you can obviously tell it's going to be a directional flex. That means softer nose till outside the front foot, and then it progressively stiffens back up to the tail. The torsional flex is there, but there's a good amount of rebound to it, so when you're ankle steering, you can really feel it be a little bit snappy. Now, with the stability, the width really adds to that. You've got this wider platform, which is just gonna make it a little more stable, but the nose with that low tip and just the shape of it, plus that 3D, it can get a little chattery, and that's gonna resonate back under the front foot. The midsection back through the tail is going to be more stable. In fresh snow, it cuts through everything just fine. You get into lumpy, hard, firm snow underneath, you're gonna get bucked around with this board. Keep your knees bent, shouldn't be a problem. And if you're charging and there's a run out that's kind of washboardy and you're a little bit more back foot because you're coming down, expect to feel everything at that point. It's just gonna resonate up through the bindings, into your boots, through your ankles, knees, and hips, right into your lower back. With this having full traditional camber, it's still slightly set back with the shaping just due to the nose on this, so it's a little more back foot dominant. When you load it up and roll back, you're gonna get some solid snap. So send that cat track gap into the pow, launch that side hit, pop some pillows. Even if you're just rolling through a wide open pow field and you're porpoising, go for it. It's very reactive, but it's easy to load up and it doesn't fight you. All right, why haven't you subscribed? You know you want to. Do it. Click that bell too, get those notifications, and while you're down there, give it a little thumbs up. Let's feed the algorithm. You won't, I dare you. So with the tail being stiffer, it's pretty much wheelie territory. You're leaning back and going, woo, and there you go. Yeah, do your best Ric Flair impersonation. Now with the nose, it's like a giant spatula out here. You notice that there's not a lot of kick to it, and you have that 3D shaping. So when you pop into it and press, you're gonna be able to get a nice butter, but with that 3D shaping, you can kind of just roll it around and do like a butter 360 with relative ease. It is softer out there, it's not gonna fight you, and if you do aggressively press into it, you're still gonna get that snap off your front foot to bring it back around. So when you get this board on a groomer and you go to engage it out at the front, you're gonna notice that 3D surf tech. It's gonna allow for a smoother roll from edge to edge. It's very, very nuanced, but it just rolls up and then it engages and you can turn. All your power is derived from your back foot. So basically you kick your knee in and you push down, and that's gonna give you the power to snap it out of a carve as well as lay it over. Short, tight, quick carves, they're good. You can do it with them. Medium mellow carves are really where it stands out. When you're doing those deep, hard, aggressive carves, there's limitations with this board. You're not gonna hit those limitations before the apex of the carve, but if you are really hoping to lay this thing fully over and just drag your armpit and your forearm and everything on the ground, don't. It's not gonna happen. This board just isn't gonna let you. It's just the way it's designed. It'll kick out. But if you know how to carve, it's fine. If you don't, you're gonna be limited with it. Rider in mind. So who's this board for? The pow smashing, slightly hard charging guy. Someone that might even have a bigger foot, because that 62 wide is wide. All right, if you like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. So I've ridden the largest version of this board and it was a boat. It was just too much for me. Going down to the smallest version, obviously it's gonna handle more nimble, that's just logic. It's gonna be a little more playful. Overall, the big thing is that 3D shaping in the nose. You notice it, it helps funnel that pow out when you're just cruising straight. And when you're on a groomer, it changes that edge to edge initiation. It's got a bit of a smoother roll. The camber's good on this, you're able to pop with it. It's not a bad board. I understand why it's in the Quiver series. I understand who this is for. For you guys with bigger feet that like full camber and want to charge, maybe a dinghy isn't enough for you, this might be something to look at. Comparable boards, the Bataleon Cameleon, the Spring Break Powder Racer, the Nidecker Mellow. Binding recommendations, the Nitro Team, the Bataleon Astro Asym, the Ride C8. All right, this has been my review of the Nitro Slash from the Quiver series. If you liked it, maybe you should go check out some of the reviews from the comparable boards in this video. You know you want to. Go down that YouTube hole. I dare you.